do it. Boom, boom, boom. This is a good one. D-Cause says, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, when Snoop said, "Let it be known" at the Source Award show, street dudes knew what that meant. To me, that set off the East Coast, West Coast things. And he said, what are your thoughts? Lonzo, what do you think started the East Coast, West Coast situation?
Source magazine.
That's what I think too. Talk to it. Talk about it.
See, we as hip hop heads, black folks, we're easily manipulated, man. We easily manipulated. And all somebody got to do is throw a rock, hide their hands, and point at somebody else. And we quick to run over there and start whooping on somebody's ass. And man, what you whooping on my ass for? What I do? Oh, man, you threw that rock. I ain't threw the rock. Now you climb. Now you got to retaliate. And it was done. Things like that have been done for decades. Okay, it was done in the hood by some boys in blue. They would drop off Crips in Blood's territory. They whoop their ass first and drop off some Crips in Blood territory, and vice versa, and the SA territories too. But when it comes to the media, you got people that can edit, re-edit, and put words in your mouth that you may have said, but not in the contents in what they put it. And they just sit back and wait to see what the reaction is going to be. Okay. And once they see the reaction, they kept feeding it, because one thing about it, them numbers are going to generate some ad sales. And any magazine, YouTube channel, Twitter channel, TikTok, Instagram, all of them want the same thing: eyeballs and ears. Super Bowl ads are in the millions. We get paid. I get a little check every month for having ads on this content. So when you create, and you're a content creator, whether it be a newspaper, a YouTube channel, TikTok channel, you want eyes and ears. And when you get eyes and ears through controversy, you realize that's a good way to get your money. Shoot, when Source magazine was popping, we didn't have the internet. People, one of my buddies, he owned his own magazine as well, Rap Pages, and a lot of things he straightened out because he knew better. But again, you got folks that didn't really care. I got to say allegedly just to keep us from getting sued, but that was always my take. They kind of fueled that situation, and yes, there were some stupid things said, but instead of de-escalating, they were escalated, and that's how you got the East Coast, West Coast beef.
Yeah, I blame media myself, man. Do you remember? And actually, you know what? Marlon wants to know. Marlon Cozy had a question that we weren't able to get to. He says, "What were some of the slang words from back in your day, Lonzo?" And shout out to Marlon Cozy. It's like he was reading my mind. Good looking out. He says, "Yo, Unc, I'm a miss. As I'll be in Houston, but I want to drop a little something in the basket." Thank you so much, Marlon. We really appreciate you, brother. But what are some of the slang words, Lonzo, from back in the day, man?
Man, how far back? I go back there.
Let's go back to the 70s. 70s and 80s. We know all the freshes and dopes and stuff like that. But what were you guys saying in the 70s? Like, if you saw a fine chick, a girl, you wanted to smoke some weed, like, what are some slang words for stuff like that?
That's a bad mama jamma. That was a real slang. That's bad mama jamma right there, boy.
Before the song or after the song? Do you remember before the song or after? Oh, wow. So it was okay.
Took it and ran with it. We had songs like, "Man, you jive turkey." I mean, that was some real shit. You a jive turkey, man. You turkey. You jive turkey. Jive turkey and the mark is the same thing.
Did that mean you were full of BS, or what is jive turkey?
It might be in the mark. How some cats call you a mark? That means you kind of weak. You don't have nothing to really work with. You just, you're jive turkey, man. You trying to sell us wolf tickets. Wolf tickets was another one. Wolf tickets is woo, 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 woo. I ain't buying them damn wolf tickets. What else did we have, man? We had a lot of crazy. Weed was a lead. An ounce of weed was a lead. Okay. A four finger ounce of weed, $10 was called a lid. LID. Okay. We smoked joints. We didn't smoke blunts. We had little reefer. That was another thing. That was a big thing, reefer. Pot. That was another thing. We didn't call it Indo. It didn't have a name. But what did have names? We didn't get that shit. We didn't get no Columbia. We got Columbia in every blue moon and other things like that. Compton was the fuzz. That was it. Pigs. They still call them pigs, but they was more like fuzz back then. Keep trucking, keep on trucking. That means get on. Let's get on. Making bacon. That was one of my favorite ones. Making bacon. That was fucking okay. Making bacon. And I had a van back in the day, boy, and I had a sign on my van. If you see this van rocking, ain't no need to knock it. Okay, that was some real shit. Of course, grass. That was marijuana and young blood. Now we was calling each other. We was back in the day. The word blood was a term of endearment. It was not gang related.
Before gangs, it was sure. Yeah, talk about that.
Young blood. You know what I'm saying? And it took me a while to get reacclimated to not using the word around certain people. Even the word cuz. My family. What's up, cousin? What's up, cuz? That's my cousin. I said it one time and got checked. Like, what are you talking about? It's my blood cousin. Blood cousin. It was all messed up, dude. And that was some weird shit. That was a weird transition for us. Yeah, Mr. Union, you dig? You dig that, man. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I mean, dig it was like that was like another one of those words that had multiple inflections. Can you dig this? You dig that, man? You follow what I'm saying? That's basically what you dig stood for. It was a lot of shit, man. Have you ever watched one of those airplane movies with O.J. Simpson and another white dude? There's two brothers on the plane. He's talking so much slang, he has to have an interpreter because we had slangs like that, dude. And then brothers would throw in different little words. Remember Damon Wayans from In Living Color when he was the prisoner? He used them there.
Oh, I love that. And so I gotta say the pontificis of the clitoral stimulation.
Right. That brothers was trying to be heavy like that back then. So yeah, we had all that shit right there.
That's hilarious, bro. Hey, I had a question, man. Speaking of pot, grass, lids, all that. Cheech and Chong was from LA. They are from LA. How big was Cheech and Chong in the black community in the hood?
Oh, it was huge. You know what? I was telling somebody that the other day. Dude, we didn't care about the color of nothing back then, dude. In the 70s,